Now we're about to dive into the world of sport management. Whether you're interested in the marketing, legal, business, or management side of sport, this multidisciplinary degree can take you around the globe. Our accelerated 2-year program allows students to begin their careers even sooner. You can be so young now. One of these students, Rachael Tilly, has just finished her sport management degree and has interned at the World Surf League. How cool is that? Let's take a look at her journey before we catch up for a chat.
Surfing is always on my mind. Most nights, I dream about it too. I grew up surfing on the coast of San Clemente, California, but home for me is right here, in the ocean. Surfing has taken me all over the world. I've experienced different cultures, climates, and continents, but the language of surfing is the same wherever you go. We do it because we love it, because it's who we are. I first visited the Gold Coast for a WSL event, but now I live and study here at Bond University. What you see on TV or from the shore is just part of the story. I've seen the work that goes into organizing athletes and making competitions happen. It inspired me to go into sports management. I didn't think it would be possible to chase my dreams on tour and start my professional career, but Bond has made it happen. I've learned that, like surfing, it's all about balance. I'm studying on the plane and listening to lectures between heats. My teachers support me, and Bond's partnerships have led to some amazing opportunities. Most afternoons, you'll find me at WSL, where I have an internship. I'm grateful that at Bond, I can pursue my ambitions in and out of the water.
Oh wow, I really wish I could handle a board like that. Rachael, and your voice, was that your voiceover? You're amazing. You're so talented in every aspect. And then, of course, you also are in sports management. So you obviously know the business side of things too. And you traveled all the way from Southern California to study right here at Bond. Can you tell us why you chose Bond?
Well, I spent quite a bit of time here on the Gold Coast because of surfing and competing. And I've just fell in love with the area and the environment. And so I looked at ways that I could stay here longer, and Bond was the easy option, and fell in love with the campus. And sport management was a great way to pursue what I love to do and the industry that I eventually want to go in.
It's really quite funny because surfing and study usually doesn't really blend that well. It's sort of an excuse to do one or the other. How have you managed to find those two areas complementing each other?
Well, I've just really fallen in love over the course of my degree with the governance side of sport and everything, which really complemented the fact that I then did an internship with WSL. Being on the athlete side of things, competing in WSL events, I know a lot about what it's like to be around those events, but actually being in the office and seeing the industry and business side of putting on the events was really interesting and made me definitely fall in love with it more and know that I picked the right degree for myself.
Was there anything that you learnt that you didn't know from, say, being an athlete?
Yeah, definitely. I think you don't realize how much production behind the scenes happens. You just show up on the day and, I put all my time and effort into training prior to, but it's months and months of preparing for the events and council permits and tents and making sure all the ducks are aligned. So it was really interesting to see how much effort goes in behind the scenes on that aspect.
So can you talk us through your internship at WSL?
So I got to work in there twice a week and just started, they welcomed me to the team. I just felt I got actual responsibilities and got to do jobs that I felt I was contributing to the events coming up, and it was an absolutely amazing experience that really gave me great perspective into the industry that I'm wanting to go into and helped confirm that, this is, like I said before, this is where I want to be.
Now, before we cross over to Scott, I just wanted to ask, do you have any advice, or are people watching, it's time to inspire them, what would be your advice?
I'd say I came into my degree knowing that I liked sport and knowing that it was something that I was interested in from my athlete side of things. But I originally thought that I was going to go into the marketing side just because I didn't know much about it. So I kept an open mind throughout my entire degree, and I've come out with something that I'm more passionate with and know that I'm on a straight and narrow path to eventually get to. So keeping that open mind, I guess.
Sounds like you've literally got the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
The Gold Coast, it's known for its surf beaches, so you've found the right place, that's for sure. Now, Scott, thank you so much for coming in. WSL and Bond, how did this partnership happen?
It's been pretty organic in terms of how the relationship came about for quite some time. There's been students interning on our events, the one here at Snapper Rocks in particular, where the students would come and get a first-hand taste and experience of what a World Championship Tour event was like. And then we sort of really discovered the natural synergies between both organisations. Obviously, the World Surf League is very global by nature, and Bond also has quite a global aspect about it. It's very appealing in markets outside of Australia and abroad. And we approached the conversation. It was quite a natural fit, and now. Bond University as an organisation is a commercial partner of the World Surf League, and there's many facets to that, and there's value being added from both sides of the relationship, so it's been really good today.
And I guess there's this idea that you have to be a really good surfer to join. Do you even have to surf? Do you surf?
It certainly helps.
Yeah.
I think, well, for myself, being a passionate surfer, it's never like a chore to get out of bed and go to work, and I think it certainly helps to have that passion, and someone like Rachael certainly has it in spades, and you can really see through her work and how she sort of applies herself to that internship and her studies as well. Now,
people watching want to know, how can they become an intern?
Well, I think first and foremost it would be going to see the Career Development Centre and applying formally. But I think also just having some curiosity and willingness to sort of apply themselves and go and volunteer at smaller scaled events, or even just really get some knowledge around professional surfing and surfing, become a student of the sport, and just go and seek it out and hunt it yourself. Yeah.
Sounds like so much fun. It's obviously winter in Australia, but I really do feel like going out for a surf. I found this day so inspiring. So thank you so much for joining us.